Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Colony Ship. We are in the Protectors area and we are exploring. One thing, I wish we had a mini-map. One of the things we are looking for is a spy here, as well as the shuttle bay and the archivist. Looks like it was just a dead end. Can't talk to that person, so all that's left is maintenance deck. Two workers are fixing an old biorecycler, long past its service life. Lost your way? Asked the older man. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a new arrival, like me, so he should be easy to spot. It ain't our job to keep track of folks coming and going. They drop down the bodies, we feed them the recycler. Nice and easy. The bodies? Enemies of the mission and whatnot. They eat our food and breathe our air while plotting our demise. Well, we ain't gonna make the same mistake twice, that's for sure. Mistake is that, old-timer? We should have fed all them mutineers to the recyclers before they had a chance to cause all this. Probably would have been on Proxima by now, tending to our crops. We'll get there one day. The old man nods and goes back to the recycler. The other worker says, looking at you intently, "This friend of yours, what did you say his name was?" We don't have a high enough impersonate to get anything, get the impersonate solids, but we do have the persuasion. He isn't exactly a friend, but he's in trouble and needs my help to get out. How do I know you're telling the truth? We got the charisma. Do I look like a secret police to you? I'm here to get him out. The sooner I do it, the better. What do you think is going to happen if they get to him first? He's in the storage room, not far from here. He gives you the key card. Thank you. So we got a little bit of everything. Persuasion, streetwise, and impersonate. Okay. So we got a door here. This is where we came from? Ah, yep, this is where we came from. Okay. Got a foreman over there. We can't get to him this way, so we're going this way. Yep. So that's the key card there. Oh, that requires electronics to repair it. What's our electronics? 6! That's what we needed. Alright, we go here. I mean, this is going to be the storage room that guy's hiding in. Well, let's just come over here anyways. Examine the door. The door is locked. The keypad is smashed recently, but the electronic lock is well maintained. If the spy didn't escape yet, he's got to be here. Alright, let's not go in there just yet. We could use the key card. We could fix it with our electronics, which is probably what we're going to do because, you know, skill points for electronics. Let's keep exploring. We know this way leads to the foreman. I'm not sure what the foreman's going to do for us. turret, guard, a guard, a guard, and a turret. Well, there's a lot of stuff in there. Thinking that's probably not the way we want to go. Examine the door. Heavy security door with built-in card reader. If you don't have the access card, you're out of luck. Alright? I'd rather go this way than through these guards. Which I'm guessing that's the way to, if we want to get the spy out of here alive, that's the way to go. Alright, let's go talk to the foreman. One of the maintenance crews is enjoying a break from hard labor. Bottle of Victory, cheap local bourbon, suggests they aren't planning to get back to work anytime soon. An access card is laying on the table, too close to the bottle. What do you want? Asks the foreman, trying to decide if you're a friend of a working man or foe. Alright, let's go back and get into this room. Yeah, they all come. I'm going to fix this. Use the key card. Oh, wait. So computer's 5. We have computers 5. We got computer 6. Again, skill points. We need a computer 6 somewhere. Computer 6. Did we have 6 or was it 5? I'll have to look again. I hear you've been looking for me. A silhouette separates itself from the shadows. You can see it's a man, and that's all you can see. What happened between you and Matheson? He thought it was time to bury the hatchet between the Protectors and the Brotherhood. The executive committee buried him instead. Do you expect me to believe that the commander of the Protectors' military wanted to negotiate with the enemy? I don't care what you believe. If you don't like the truth, you can always go back to their propaganda broadcasts. Executive Council says Matheson was working for the Brotherhood. If they admit that Matheson wanted peace, people would start asking questions. No one in authority likes questions. If the Executive Council is that powerful, why would Matheson risk his life talking to the Brotherhood? You'd have to ask him that. I'm just a messenger, not his confidant. Now let me ask you something. Are you here to kill me or help me escape? Well, I'm not a big fan of any group, so let's get this guy home. Thank you, friend. The man's shoulders sag with relief and he steps closer, bringing his face into the light. The only way to cross over without triggering sensors is via maintenance. That route is wide open but heavily guarded. We can fight them, but it'd be a lot easier if we could find a way to slip past them. Let's take a look. Alright, look at our computer again. So Evan's computer is 6, which is higher because we had in the armory we had computer 9. We had a computer 6, we had a couple of computer 9s, so we did have a computer 6 in there. So one thing we could get in the armory, which might not necessarily be a bad thing. Several guards are protecting the border, and the only exit into the gray zone around the ECLSS machinery. Get the spy and bullshit our way out. That's kind of what we do. However, I would rather get that foreman's key card. Let's go back and talk to the spy again. All quiet. All right. Let's go back to the foreman, see if we can. Oh, we can't go back in here, huh? That door is shut. Well, that's kind of... We got to go through the foreman's area. Right. If we can't do anything with the foreman, we'll just try to bullshit our way out. So steal 5 for the card. One of the maintenance crew. Oh yeah. So steal 5. We only have a steal 4. However, charisma 8 is the way to go because we are charismatic. Propose a toast for the victory over the enemies of the mission. You drink to the victory, then to the mission, then to the new commander. When the foreman gets to the table to give a rousing speech, you deftly pocket the card. All right. Now back this way. A lot less dangerous if something goes wrong. Card. Computer's 4 to hack. What's our computer? I think it's 6. We already looked that up. It's 6, right? It's 6, yes, okay. Evans has hacked the computer. An ancient computer terminal with a cracked screen. Either the automated maintenance system failed one by one over the many decades, or the terminal itself is nearly dead. But it looks like all it can do is open a nearby hatch. That must remain closed at all times. And control an equally ancient ship authority turret, still on the lookout for mutineers. Let's ask Evans to open the hatch. We're going to leave here for a second. I want to try the... The hatch won't open. Judging by the smell of burnt machinery, one of the modules is fried. Swap the module. Ooh, nice lot of electronics there. You remove the old module and carefully insert the new one. Slowly, the hatch opens, revealing a dark passageway. Fetch the spy. You risked your life to save mine, says the spy. I won't forget it. I don't have anything to give you except this. He hands you a small drive. Matheson's last message, addressed to Silas Reese. Do what you want with it, okay. Gain reputation with the Brotherhood. Gain experience points. Good luck. Oh, we just got booted out. I want to go back. get done in there? Okay, yep, we're in the right spot. There's more computer stuff to do. We can, better or worse, kill those guards. Oh, check out our inventory real quick. All right. Well, we're gonna go back where we were at. I want to do. There's more computer stuff to do. Oh, we can't go in there now. We are out. All right. Well, there's not more computer stuff to do then. That kind of sucked. Oh. He's a training guy. We don't have a lot of money. I was like, we smoke the workers, or those guards, we could steal their gear. Maintenance deck is still. Can we get through the maintenance deck now? Find out. Probably not, but nope. All right. Let's write a note. Still access maintenance. I'm sure Quest will take us there eventually, but all right. Port to Buford. Your spy is dead. Good enough for me, says Buford. Wow, Buford's a very trusting guy. Just don't expect reward without producing the body. He goes into the security booth and reappears in less than a minute. It's your lucky day, cargo rat. The new commander wants to talk to you. What are we waiting for? All right, let's follow Buford. Newly promoted Commander Silas Rees is hunched down deep into his work, as if the weight of the entire ship rested on his shoulders. The spy, dead, he says dully without raising his head. This is just another problem to cross off the list, another victory to report to the executive committee. Now you just tell him to let him go. That might not go over well with these two guards, though. Yes, Commander. Did he say anything? The usual lies you'd expect from Brotherhood scum. He claimed Commander Matheson wanted peace with the enemy. Silas stiffens at the sound of his mentor's name, turning away slightly, pours himself a drink. Is there anything else I can do? He hesitates for a moment, then nods again, a little more vigorously this time. This incursion can't go unanswered. It's time we strike back. You can join the assault team if you're up for it. we going to war? Soon, he replies with absolute confidence. But for now, let's just remind them that some lines should never be crossed. Buford will give you the details. There's another matter I'd like to discuss. I'm listening. Why? That made no sense. Alright. It's not gonna let us give him the thing. Maybe we could have done the one thing that that thing. The whole, oh, I let him go, or that could have been bad. This a new place? Yeah, this looks like a new place. All right. So let's go left. Anything down here? There's an officer down there. There's a globe. All right, let's go left. Guard. State your business. Evidently we have no business. The door there does not appear to be stairs up here, so let's go this way. See if we can get up there. Mission archive. Maybe that's the archivist. The archivist. Score. Let me guess, the archivist says. All your life, you've been hearing about the mission, and you finally made the trip to see for yourself what it's all about. Sure, something like that. Well, the mission isn't just a pretty slogan or a relic of bygone days. Essentially, it's everything. He gestures broadly. The ship, the people, the reason we're all here. And it's the Brotherhood and the church, too. They're part of it, whether they like it or not. I suppose they deny it if you asked, but that doesn't change the thing. Does it really matter what they believe in? Of course it does. Suppose we reach Proxima tomorrow and land with great fanfare, firing our homemade guns into the air, vigorous handshakes and celebratory end taps all around. Then what are we going to do? Go our separate ways and start building fortifications? Imagine if we took that road. Mankind's rich and storied past is any indicator. We'll be splitting into smaller and smaller groups until nothing is left of us. The mission is to colonize Proxima, and the only way to do it is to be united as one people. What about the Proximians, or Centaurs, or whatever we're going to call them? Maybe the locals are friendly, maybe they aren't. But come the dawn, we're going to have to exit this spacecraft. If we have to fight them to survive, you better believe that's exactly what we'll do. How did the mutiny start? It's ancient history now, since you asked. The mission asks a lot from people. It always has. Sometimes more than people are willing to give. It seems it required more from the ship authority bureaucrats than they could handle. Take that Bradford fella. Walter, was it? Frank? The one who killed the shift supervisor at the factory. He'd been stirring up shit for months, according to the reports. Months! And that buddy of his, Williams? I'd wager he, an unopened crate of energy cells, that bastard was running a subliminal broadcaster. There's no way a man can turn a crowd of workers into a violent mob just by working his jaw. What about Harlan? Harlan, yeah. That fella was one shady cat, and he left a ton of questions behind for prosperity. Who sent him to spy on the would-be rebels? Who did he report to? Is he the one who actually eliminated Bradford, so he could take over? I have over 100,000 detailed personnel files, yet all we know of Joseph Harlan is his name. Let me ask you something. Tell me about the machine. A reactor of some kind. If it is, it's pretty much useless without fuel rods. Well, we just talked to the archivist. Now let's talk to the archivist again. Well, I just talked to him. Joe's attached to the main alliance with Jackson's rifle. Oh, that's the shuttle bay. Lockpick 3, we've got that one. Crowbar and a module. Civil Defense Store. Steel 4, I think we got that, right? We do. So 45 ammo. Alright. Mission above all, the storekeeper says in a greeting. Looking for self-defense weapons? You never know when the Brotherhood will attack. You think they will attack? Without a doubt. They won't rest until they destroy everything we hold dear. Or die trying, grins the storekeeper. Browses wares. Hauser semi-automatic, I think that's what we've got. Ooh, extendable baton. Tactical dagger. Red Explorer Scope. Flashbang, gas, smoke, reinforced. Holy smokes, reinforced ballistic felt. Best. 210 pox. Alright, now we got some stuff. That's just expensive. Or if you don't have good stuff, you might die, but. We only got 600 bucks. There's a lot to this place, isn't there? Alright, this is the end of this section here. And then we gotta go back over to here to get to this section. So we'll do this officer dude. Alright, first, let's check out the med bay. The medic. Whatever you need, get it now while supplies last. Never know when the fight will break out again. Browse wares. 150 med. We got 33 med kits. We're doing pretty good. We got 8 regens. I think we're doing pretty good on stuff. So let's on the medical stuff. All right, we got that other guy over there to go check out. There's a door, or no, just a guy guard. Education Center, huh? This area's off limits to civilians. The guard crosses his arms to enhance his authority. A hand cannon in an oversized holster rests on his hip. Why did it say Education Center on that sign then? Re-education, says the guard, pointing to the sign. We all need proper education to become productive members of society. But some folks are slow learners. So we keep on teaching them until they all learn all their lessons. What kind of lessons are those? Sound like one of them slow learners yourself, says the guard, looking at you with suspicion. Most folks don't need help figuring out what's what. I'm new here. Right. Let me give you a crash course before you end up in here. He nods at the mystery building. As you probably know, we follow the tenets of the mission here, and I mean to the letter. We put all our faith in those who long ago planned this Star Trek we're on. In everything that matters, they know best. Everybody who doesn't get that is a fool. How do you re-educate these fools? That ain't exactly my area of expertise. All I know is that folks who are in need of help are getting better. Better than the boot, if you ask me. What do you think about the Brotherhood and the Church? Traitors to the mission. The guard's conviction is as absolute as his politics. Everybody knows the story of the mutineers, but the Church is no better. Instead of standing with the ship authority, those Bible thumpers seized the central tower and cut us off. If they hadn't stabbed us in the back like that, we'd have crushed the mutineers a long time ago. When you say the mutineers, you mean the Brotherhood. I don't care what they call themselves now. They'll always be mutineers to us. And the sentence for mutiny is death. Alright. Not a very pleasant fella. Now we're going to go down in here. Like a fish hook snagged on your shirt collar, you sense the familiar tugging of a subliminal broadcaster and scan your surroundings for the source. The Founding Fathers are watching. The orator is standing behind an almost comically oversized podium in the front court of the Citadel. Every word resonates both in the air around you and inside your head. Let's keep walking. Didn't like the show, grins the man next to you. Can't blame you. If they could liberate the ship, they'd have done it a long time ago. What are they going to do? Tog us to death? You don't think the protectors can win? I didn't say that, says the man glancing around. I mean, what's stopping them, you know? Not like the Brotherhood's hard to find. Talk to this officer. I don't recall seeing you around here before, frowns the uniformed woman. Which block are you assigned to? I'm an envoy from the pit. Welcome to the habitat. She tries to turn her frown upside down, but gives up halfway. What does this machine do? It helps our citizens achieve their goals more efficiently, the woman says smoothly, undoubtedly reciting a line from a mission handbook. What does it mean? The Founding Fathers had a plan for everyone, and so do we, as their successors. The mission depends upon it. The woman pauses briefly to emphasize the importance of it. All citizens are given a personalized action plan that includes their goals and responsibilities. This machine tracks their progress and adjusts their plans as necessary. Those who exceed expectations are given an opportunity to serve the mission at higher capacity. Those who perform below expectations are offered help and motivation. Her smile is not comforting. And if someone doesn't want his life to be managed by a computer, then you're on the wrong ship. Yes, you're right. Shouldn't people have the right to choose? Countless generations have sacrificed their lives to get us this far, and now you want to throw it all away? None of us is free to live our lives the way we want to. Not until we arrive. The mutineers refused to understand it and nearly doomed us all. Let's examine this globe. Unseen proximity sensors trigger an infotainment program designed to expand your ideological horizons. Born from the primordial chaos, man has always strived to impose order in the world around him. Booms a deep manly voice. The holographic planet slows in its spinning, and the unruly vegetation slowly gives way to towns and primitive industries. Geometric forms encroaching upon and replacing the unbridled chaos of mountain and jungle. These simple shapes rapidly evolve into increasingly more complex designs, symbolizing the newly attained understanding and mastery over the sacred geometries. But chaos fought back, the narrator goes on, his voice inflected with a note of sadness. The tiny holographic towns are shaken by earthquakes, swept off the map by floods, and razed to cinders by wildfire, as if the planet was attempting to purge itself of bothersome insects. But nothing works. Not even the greatest flood of all, which the narrator interprets as a sign of mankind's manifest destiny. Let's continue. After praising the resilience of our species, he introduces the greatest threat we've ever faced: ourselves. Every war ever fought, the narrator intones, has been between order and chaos, an internal conflict between those who wish to build and those who lust for destruction. And just as the sea peoples of southern Europe pillaged and raided the great civilizations of the Bronze Age, triggered their collapse, Vikings, sea people from a different age, raided the great civilizations of Europe. A chain of brutal events plays out before your eyes. Wild horsemen streaming into marbled cities, spreading mayhem and death. Just as Attila the Hun pillaged the Roman Empire, so did Genghis Khan pillage the empires of China and Central Asia 800 years later, the voice drones on. Continue. Endless waves of barbarians tearing down the marvels of their betters is how your host boils it down. In the next section, these repeating historical episodes are tweaked slightly. Uprisings and revolutions sweep the globe. Horses and bows replaced with pitchforks and colorful banners. You blink and the globe disappears, replaced by the ship, hanging in a cloud of twinkling stars. Last of all comes the mutiny, naturally. The flags and pennants of old Earth morph into the Brotherhood's clenched fist full of broken chains. From Attila and Genghis, the representation has segued into the 28th century's barbarians at the gate. Subtle. We called them brothers and sisters once, the voice relentlessly continues, before they turned on us, before they assaulted the founding fathers, philosophy, and tore down the technological wonders they built, before they attempted to obliterate the only entity keeping them safe from the bottomless void of space, and from an enemy even more insidious and cruel, themselves. The old Ship Authority logo solemnly takes over the stage, and slowly transforms into the Protector's proud rocket ship. Then, a military anthem starts up, invoking a strong desire to enlist and drive those bastards through an airlock so they can hitchhike the rest of the way to Proxima. Take a step back, beyond the range of the subliminal broadcaster, and the artificial rage enveloping you swiftly dissipates. Alright, that's Buford. We don't want to go there yet. We're going to keep exploring this part. Lockpick 4, we got lockpick 4, right? We got lockpick, yep, we got lockpick 4. Faye sneaks into the room. Does she have a steal of 4? No, she has a steal of 2. What's my steal? My steal's only 1. Oh well. Let's go here. See if there's anything up here. Well, there's anything down in this area. Got a door here. Lockpick door there. I don't think we have a lockpick. Then we all got a sneak 6, right? Or sneak's not 6, is it? Nope, it's 5. The lockpick is only 4. Alright, so projectors, lockpick 5. Sneak 6. The bulwark. Over here. Lighten up. So light up. Come over here. No. All right. Check out the bulwark. Talk to Buford. Or maybe before we talk to Buford, we'll just go to the other places first. Steel 6. I don't have a steel 6. I don't look right. I got steel's only a 4. Steel 6. Steel 5. Another steel 5. Talk to the bartender. Active duty or veterans only, the bartender says dismissively. Why? Why what? We're at war. If you aren't doing your part, then why are you here? Or maybe you think it doesn't concern you. Not from around here. Cargo rat. Instead of fighting with you, you're looting containers meant for the future colony. The bartender spits in disgust. Maybe it's time to give peace a chance. Why don't we just bend over while we're at it? The Brotherhood doesn't want peace. They want us gone. It's us or them. Don't you get it? If we lose, they will go after you next. Alright. I'm really disappointed that... passerby. I'm really disappointed that I guess we didn't get a chance to give him. We must have said I let him go or something to be able to give him the message. Are you new too? The woman has to work. The woman has to work to produce a mechanical smile, and you see she's overwhelmed. How do you like it here? Not what I expected. I'll be moving on soon. The story's never mentioned this. She nods at the tense crowd surrounding the podium. They're gearing up for war, aren't they? Looks that way. Someone should stop them, the woman says softly, before it's too late. She throws you a hesitant look, as if hoping for a response. How do you stop a war? They won't attack if the Brotherhood knows they're coming, right? If the Brotherhood knows that what their plans are. She speaks with excitement. The young woman caught in a moment, but her eyes tell a different, far more dangerous story. So she could be secret police. Yeah, disaster. Yeah, what's the worst that happens? Stopping a pointless war? Taking up the cause of the people? If you prefer military hardware, there's plenty of that to be had. I only want the files. What do you have in mind? A friend gave me an access code for the maintenance hatch in the residential deck. It will take you all the way to the Mission Justice building. But you'd have to wait until everyone leaves. The server room on the second floor. Get in, download the files, get out, easy. The woman tries to smile. And this will stop the war? Absolutely, the woman nods. We'll finally have peace. Alright, I'm in. Thank you, friend. Here's the access code for the hatch. How do I find you? Don't worry about it. I'll see you when the job is done. This could definitely be a trap. Alright, go to the residential deck. Again, what's the worst that could happen? We get killed, right? It's not like that hasn't happened before in this game. I don't think this gets us through here, but let's find out. Nope. It's that hatch. This is the maintenance hatch that will be mentioned. You enter the access code and the lock disengages without triggering an alarm. So far, so good. Yep. Let's go down. Crawl through the maintenance tunnels and shafts until you reach the Mission Justice headquarters. You wait until dark to enter the building. United we stand. Soldiers of fortune. Stop the war. Find the maintenance hatch. Oh, this is going to go poorly. Lockpick 7. Elevator. Lockpick 5. There's a guard. You'd probably have to fight the guard. All right, so just looking at this here, we need a lockpick 5 and a lockpick 7. Computers. We have lockpick 4. So we're going to come back. Or we're stuck here. Not yet. Use the map. Can't use the map. So we're basically stuck in this. All right. Alright, so she is the mover and shaker. There are 3 guards? Quickly retreat to the maintenance tunnel before the security guard swarms the building. Best place safe. Leave. Alright. Okay, so that is a... We need to get much better. And there's no shooting. Problem is like, our sneaker's not our lockpicker. So we talked to Buford. I think we go to a different place. Before we sign up for Baal. All right. Streetwise is almost 8. That's nice. Alright, so we want to go to... Music reminds me of old spaghetti western. Alright, let's go ahead and go through the Brotherhood. Maintenance deck, I think that was off limits, so we'll go there. Just gonna use this elevator. They got a nicer looking place. Hall of Records. Another archivist. What's this? A visitor? The old man squints up at you in surprise. When I was a younger feller, this place was always full of people. Everybody wanted to hear about the heroes of the mutiny and what they did so we could be free. Now, seems everybody is just too busy. I'm not busy. Tell me about these great heroes. Well, Frank Bradford is the one who struck the first blow. The old man perks up at once, warming to his story. He killed the overseer, and when the ship authority thugs showed up to drag Frank off to the brig, he killed them too. Old Frank wasn't what you call the chatty type, but when he decided to talk, people listened. And after he killed the high-ranking muckety-mucks, uniformed goons, they listened even harder. A bunch of folks flocked to Frank's banner right away. The Defiant, they called themselves. Others just followed Frank's example and hit back. Everybody had a score to settle with the ship authority in them days. What happened to this Frank fellow? They killed him, of course, him and his boys. It was the work of nearly 3 months to get him into a corner. they was hoping it would be the end of it. Then they could pretend the little hiccup had just never happened. But the fire had spread. It couldn't be smothered no more. For what one heard, they chopped off. My goodness, I can't read. For that one head they chopped off, 2 more grow back in its place. They're Hydra! Joseph Harlan and Edward Williams. Remember when I said Frank wasn't much of a talker? Well, Williams was just the opposite. Didn't know which end of the gun to point at the enemy. Sounds like us. But he could jabber for hours on end without even taking a breath. As I'm sure you've seen yourself, there's a huge gap between being angry at the way the world is and doing something about it. Williams was very good at bridging that gap. People came from all around to see what he had to say, and when they left, they were just itching for a fight. What about Harlan? What role did he play? Did you know Harlan worked for the ship authority? He was a plant, assigned to keep tabs on Bradford, Williams, and the other undesirable elements. But after seeing firsthand how the SA ran things down here, he had a change of heart. He began feeding Frank info about the ship authority's plans and movements, instead of the other way around. When Frank was killed, Harlan went all in. He began organizing people into fighting units and taught them that good old guerrilla warfare shit. Anyone can shoot a gun, but proper tactics? You can't learn that by trial and error. So Frank started it, but it was Harlan who finished it. Williams too, but you can't win a war by running your mouth, can you? Great story, old-timer. Can I ask you about something else? Doesn't mean anything to me. Sounds like some fancy colony tag. About as useful to us as the suntan lotion. Alright. And with that, let's go ahead and call this one here. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.